for a really extremely long freaking time, we've really done a good job of trying to make everything in safety super duper important. Like everything matters. Everything is a sign. Everything is a symbol. Everything plus everything else plus something else could eventually or potentially lead to our world's crumbling. And the opposite is true, that everything plus something else random, off the wall, completely unrelated, all of those magical things combined into this pot of safety soup will eventually lead to us preventing every potential bad thing from happening. Believing that everything is that important, that we lose sight of the stuff that actually is important. The junk drawer effect. And I know that you probably have junk drawers. I know that you're just like me. If you're like me, you probably have more than one. What's the problem with the junk drawer? They're kind of handy. Let's probably start there. They're super handy because, this stuff is so important that we can't get rid of it. And we need a place to put it. And we don't want it piling up on the kitchen table or on the counter. We don't want it to be a pile in the middle of our living room floor. We want to have a place where we can keep it, but we want to kind of hide it from view. And we don't want everyone to see all of our junk. So a drawer kind of meets the requirements there. The problem with the junk drawer is that we put everything in there. There's no valuation on what goes in there. There's no sorting mechanism for any of those things. The old disgusting batteries that you had since 1985 that you licked and said, yeah, I think they're still good, are just as important as, maybe the bill you forgot to pay that's at the bottom of that junk drawer. Or maybe you threw some cash in there that you forgot about. That's just as important as the remote battery cover things that we keep for no reason, or the remotes to televisions that have long since ended up recycled or in the dump. Like sunglasses that when we were on vacation that one time, at the beach, and those sunglasses were like super duper cool. And we were like always going to wear them until we got home and realized that we should never wear those sunglasses again because we look like a complete idiot. And so they found their way into the junk drawer because we just can't get rid of it. And that's what happens with safety. So everything is so super duper important to us. We can't get rid of anything because if we get rid, or we are perceived, or we believe that we are doing less safety, then surely to goodness, all sorts of bad things are going to happen. All kinds of seriously not good things are going to happen. The argument against that, though, is that it's just junk. Just like in our junk drawers, it's just junk. It's just clutter that's taking up space. And worse, the more harmful side of that is that it's covering up all the things that are very super duper important, meaningful, powerful to our organization around the main things, like not killing and maiming people at work, like the stuff that really matters, like the stuff that bankrupts you. We haven't sorted, we haven't added any type of valuation to the things that we keep in our safety junk drawers. And so they continue to be ever growing, ever bloating, overflowing cubicles, containers, boxes, buckets of shit, basically, of junk, of the useless and the useful, all swirled around in this drawer that we can't make heads or tails of. We have to ask that question. It's a really tough question. What's meaningful? What's not? What's meaningful? What's meaningless? What's trash? What's treasure? What's gold? What's fool's gold? I think what's worse is when we take trash and we get like some of that really like handy dandy, shiny metallic gold spray paint, and we spray paint our safety trash gold, and we're like, look, it's treasure. It's treasure. Like metrics. Like freaking spreadsheets. Like rules that have rules that have rules. All the kind of wild and wacky stuff. Like, stand downs. Like national safety days. Like stupid stuff like that we spray paint gold and go, look, it makes us feel so good, and look how great it is. We know that it has to be good because it feels super good. We have to clean out our junk drawers and put back the things that are more important, because then they're no longer junk drawers. They're like super duper important storage mechanisms, right? They're like super duper important houses for the things that are most valuable and meaningful to our organization. And we're hyper vigilant, and we're always focused on not letting all the bullshit pour in there and cover up the things that we know are super important.